This is it. The moment is about to arrive in just 1 week. Yes, 1 week we will return to the Sinister Six. Once again, I am not referring to the Spider-Man villains. So just stop being stupid. Of course I'm referring to having 6 shows all at once to talk about. Yes, I love a challenge, and I will tackle that challenge, and I will buttfuck it. And you might be thinking, wait a minute, that's kind of crossing the line. Well, keep in mind this is an inanimate object, so it's okay to do that to an inanimate object. Or not really an inanimate object, more like a concept than it is anything else. Anyway, enough of talking about moralities. Yes, 1 week away from now, we shall begin reviewing 6 shows in 1 week. Wait, what's that? 2 shows are taking a break? What? Oh, God. This always seems to happen. As soon as one show gets in, another show gets the fuck out. And so there's another one. And in this case, it's, you know what? You know what? I'll get into that later. For now, let's begin this week's episode of the Super Vlillain vlogs. Man, I'm getting really repetitive with those. I gotta be more creative with them. I gotta be way more creative. Alright, let's start up with the Supergirl. Yes, Supergirl. Yes, finally she got back on the saddle. Just as 2 other heroes were getting off of the saddle. But anyway, yes. But I'm not here for the heroes. That's bullshit to me. I'm here for the villains. Yes, and so for this episode, the villain in question is the Master Jailer. Oh, I wonder how many people have already made masturbator jokes about it. Well, guess what? I am above that, okay? Oh, actually, I'm not above that, but I am above jumping the bandwagon, alright? Actually, I'm not above that either because I just said it right now. Anyway, yes. Now, as soon as it was confirmed that the Master Jailer would be on the show, I thought, that's interesting. You know, maybe they could make him like a member of the organization that's under Martian Manhunter. Since in the comic books, you know, he's just an obsessed jailer. Yeah, he basically is what he says he is. His name says it all. It's not really that creative when you think about it. Yeah, he's a jailer who takes it way too seriously and locks up this person and that person. He's basically like Superman's own version of Lockup before there ever was a Lockup, and that's probably not a fair comparison to make because much like Master Jailer, Lockup is also unknown as fuck. Like I think that YouTube series that has the Joker on them, the Joker blogs, uses Lockup more than anyone else, even the comic books. But anyway, I'm not talking about Lockup. Lockup can go fuck himself because I'm talking about Master Jailer. Yes, Master Jailer. So what can you really do with Master Jailer that's gonna be that interesting? Because really, all it is really just some asshole who puts people in cages. And as much as I like, a good old-fashioned hostage taking and taking it all into your own hands and making it more extreme, with the Master Jailer, it's not really that. It's kind of a little bit boring. I mean, there's only so much you can do with that concept. So what they did to spice it up a bit, give it some nice spices, some nice hot Latino peppers and maybe some Cajun stuff too in there. What they did was they made him an alien in this version. Wait a minute. Now, hey, I'm all for beefing up some villains, making them more of a threat than they usually are, So if you take an Earthling and make him an alien, that means they've been beefed up. This is a more beefed up version of Master Jailer. He's got a higher budget now. He's not on a discount anymore. He's not just wearing some generic striped striped prison costume. No, this is state of the art. This is high tech. This is some Iron Man shit going on right here, and it's all automatic too and stuff. You know, when Iron Man had to have his automatic stuff, it had to be as action figure tie-ins. But I doubt that though that there's going to be enough interest for a Master Jailer action figure. I'm pretty sure the kids won't give a shit about that. But then again, you know what? The kids don't give a shit about a lot of things. For screw kids. I hate them. But what I'm talking about right now is Master Jailer, because he's more important to me than kids. There, I said it. Man, I am really working blue this week. Anyway, so Master Jailer. Yes, Master Jailer. So yes, so they beat him up real nice, you know, by giving him a little bit of extra superpowers. And instead of being obsessed with just jailing people, instead it's jailing aliens. Yes, it's upping the ante with him. So they're roiding him up in that way. You know, he's taking aliens hostage and he's giving his own justice to it. Yes, his own way of doing justice. And at first I'm like, oh sweet, that's an interesting way of going at a motivation for a villain. But then I realized, wait a minute, this guy is basically like an intergalactic Punisher. And Punisher isn't a supervillain. I mean, I know the season 2 of Daredevil is hyping him up as one. Like, oh, he's gonna be the antagonist, even though he technically really isn't, because we all know where that's gonna go. And I'm like, no, that's not being an actual supervillain, being too rough on your villains. No, that's just more of a imposing superhero from my perspective. And I know a lot of anti-heroes are very tempting to supervillains, because they are sort of basically these heroes who could easily be tempted into our side, into the bad side. So it could be very easy, and they're probably a lot easier to push them onto that side than it is to do to straight up superheroes. And so you would think that would be something that a supervillain would take note of and be positive about and be like, oh, I see how you spin. You're more like you go both ways, don't you? Huh? It's kinky. There's still that chance that he will be a superhero, since hero is in the name anti-hero. So it's too much of a risk. Okay, so that's the problem that I have with the Master Jailer, is that you're tipping a little bit too. You're tipping up a little bit too close to the hero side. No, reel it in a bit. Reel it in back over to super villains a little bit, okay? And if you're not, then fuck off, go away, alright? It might as well have been killed with the help of that mild-mannered teacher. But by the way, speaking of that, I know that teacher isn't a super villain, but come on, he could have been somebody, instead of making him nobody. Fuck you, we made him up for the show. But they did not make up Master Jailer, and so I feel that if you're gonna bring him back, if you're gonna make him one of those recurring whatchamacallits, then at least try to add a little bit more of that villainy back in. Just add it a little bit back in, alright? Okay? Put this, okay, stop trying to go one or the other and just go full-on villain or full-on superhero, just as long as it's one or the other. And if you choose superhero, then I will no longer care for you at all. Not even a little bit. Alright. And also, speaking of which, was it really necessary, though, to make him an alien in the first place? Because even though that does up his ante, the problem with that I have is that, we need a good balance here. We need a good balance of alien villains and human villains. We need a good balance, and I know we have quite a few already, like Toy Man and a Reactron, but it doesn't hurt to have a few more. Since basically literally every other villain under the sun is an alien, we need a little bit more to represent the little guy. And I'm not just saying that because I myself am a human and a little guy. I'm saying that for everybody. You know, we need more, we need some good old-fashioned variety. We need to be diverse here. We need to include all minorities, which is why I support the inclusion of a robot next week, since the other one exploded. Alright, let's, I think that does it for Supergirl. Also, Supergirl is mad at Martian Manhunter because problems. Anyway, alright, now let's move on over to the next show to talk about, which is part 2 of Estrogen for the Win, and it is also where we will get part 3, and of course that's Agent Carter, yes. Once again, doubling down on the episodes. Yes, they're doing it again. And this is concerning me, because, you know, of their choice to do that, because I'm like, of all the times to do that, do you really have to do that right now? I mean, wouldn't that make more sense to do that for your last 2 episodes instead of your second to the last 2 episodes, and then that just leaves the last one as just by itself, the finale next week? But alas, nope, we get the 2 penultimate episodes this week, and then we have to wait for the last one next week. Alright, so what do you got? Well, what do you got for us super villain-wise, anyway? Well, the answer is more of Manfredi. Yes, I love Manfredi. He's a good old-fashioned gangster type of villain, and I know a lot of these shows have those already, especially Gotham. Oh, God. But it's refreshing to see this to see that kind of thing happening in this environment, in the Marvel environment. You know, like DC's known for having like thousands up the wazoo, but you hardly ever see that many from Marvel, or at least done on screen as much. And I know they also got their fair share too, but we're only beginning to scratch the surface of those. You know, Kingpin is the surface, so let's get a little bit more. And that's what we get from Manfredi. Yay! Manfredi! And he's, still not sure if he's related to Silvermane in this version, but what's important is that he is a chef and he likes to make spaghetti. Spaghetti! Yes, so he's making his spaghetti, but then he has to be so rudely interrupted by friggin' Agent Carter. Can't you let a man make his spaghetti? Okay, let him make his spaghetti. But anyway, and then he makes them spaghetti. Look at how look at all the hospitality he's offering. Okay, look how etiquette he is. He's giving you his spaghetti, and you're just rejecting his spaghetti. How dare you reject his spaghetti? Listen, Manfredi, you need to become a spaghetti-themed supervillain against her. But alas, and apparently the ultimate use we're going to have for Manfredi apparently is going to be on the side of Agent Carter next week. Oh no, where did they go wrong with him? Oh no, oh God, no. But how could this have happened? How could he go to their side? Oh God, it's such a shame, such a waste. And so we have only a little bit more villainy of him left in these episodes to savor, with his helping of Whitney Frost. Yes, he's continuing to be the loyal right hand of Whitney Frost. Unless we know that's all gonna go down the shitter, because we know he's gonna be on the side of Agent Carter next week. But wait a minute, what happened before then? Where did it go wrong? Where did it go wrong? Well, apparently, before that happens, he and Whitney Frost are finally on top of the world. You know, they apprehended Jason Wilkes, and not only did they kidnap Jason Wilkes and experiment on him and try to extract shit from his chest, only to find out that it doesn't come from his chest, and it's not shit, it's a different type of black horrible, unearthly goo. I don't know why I went there, but I did. But anyway, but even though they weren't able to extract anything from him, what they did do is they corrupted him. Yes, they made him evil. Okay, maybe not evil, but more morally reprehensible than before. Because once Agent Carter frees Jason Wilkes from the clutches of Whitney Frost, and he hitches a ride back with Agent Carter back to wherever the hell, I guess the lab. Okay, fine, lab. But during that time, he pulls a gun on Agent Carter right after he finally got his solidity back. Is that a word? Solidity? Being solidness? I don't know. He's no longer walk-throughable, is what I'm saying. Okay, he's more assertive. Get it? But anyway, yes. So as soon as he gets the ability to hold stuff again, he holds a gun up against Page and Carter, and is like, "Hey, I'm going to be a villain now, I guess, and I want to and I am very much and guess what, Agent Carter? Whitney Frost has opened my eyes. She opened my eyes, and how glorious dark matter can be, and she's embraced and she's taught me how to embrace the dark matter and love it and buy it lunch every Tuesday and also meet its parents. It's so great. Dark matter's my best friend now, Agent Carter, and how dare you not be cool to dark matter? Well, guess what? Screw you. I am going back to dark matter. Dark matter, I love you. Have my babies, dark matter. So he jumps out of the car. Apparently he is now Shadowcat, where sometimes he can face and other times he chooses not to. So I guess he's Shadowcat now. Yay! So he gets back with Whitney Frost. He regroups with her. It's like, "Hey, Whitney Frost, how's it going? How's it going, girlfriend? I'm on your side now. All right, let's do it. Let's have a three-way with dark matter." And so they go to a secret desert location. Although it's not secret because the hero characters go there too. God damn it! Anyway, so now they're finally going to get reunited with dark matter. Yes, there is a portal opening up. I bet it's not nearly as spiffy as my portals right here. You know, I've even named them. This one is Jackie Jojo. This one is Tracky Jojo, and this one is Spoopy. Yes, Tracky Jojo and Spoopy. Spoopy, Spoopy, calm down, Spoopy. You freaking son of a bitch, Spoopy. No one likes you, Spoopy. Why can't you be more like Tracky Jojo? Okay, he's gonna go to college, and you're just here on a dead-end job working at Long John Silver's. Fuck you, Spoopy. So, anyway, please excuse Jackie and Spoopy, alright? They can be very difficult sometimes, alright? Especially Spoopy. Fuck you, Spoopy! Anyway, yes, so as I said, Whitney Frost has her own portal to... I'm still hoping it's the negative zone. I'm still hoping for that. Like I said before, the Fantastic Four were not allowed to call it the negative zone. So maybe that means Marvel has it. But anyway, either way, the negative zone, I guess, apparently has a bouncer, even though we never see the bouncer, and the bouncer is like, I'm gonna let Jason Wilkes in, and, fuck you, Whitney Frost, screw you, I'm not gonna let you in. So yes, so the portal picks up, it picks up Jason Wilkes and sucks him in, yes, does this mean that Jason Wilkes is going to meet Annihilus? Hello, Annihilus, let's have tea and crumpets. Nope, it explodes and it drops him back down. Oh, God. Oh, man. I wonder what happened. What happened, Jason Wilkes? Did you see Annihilus or did you not? Please tell us who owns the rights to him, please. But no, Jason Wilkes is not right in the head enough to tell us whether or not Marvel has the rights to Annihilus, because something happened to him in that other dimension. Yes, something happened, something awful, and so they ride back to the lab. They go back to the secret government base or whatever the hell, and to find out what the fuck happened to him. Well, what the fuck happened to Jason Wilkes? And so they take him back to the lab where they strap him up and they try to extract more goopy goo, and they're still like, God damn it, why can't we get this goopy goo? I'm a goopy gooper. Yeah, so they still are having difficulty with that guy. Guys, you can't keep going in circles, okay? No wonder your relationship with no wonder your relationship with Manfredi crumbled. No wonder. It was such a beautiful relationship too. So much better than the pairing with what's his name that I already forgot, Chadwick Boseman. Yes, I know that's the actor of Black Panther. I'm purposely messing up his name for the sake of a joke, okay? But not only is there a horrible breakup, but also we lose three villains all in one foul swoop. Yes, 3 villains go kaput in this episode at the end, thanks to a huge explosion because of no good Jack Thompson. Yes, that Jack Thompson, the one that I never really mentioned that much on this show because I focus on the villains. You know, I gotta focus on the villains. I can't focus on these other characters. This show would be like 3 hours long if I did that. But anyway, but wait a minute. You know, there was always this curiosity about Jack Thompson. He was always that character that was always looming around, now that I think of it, where you were always thinking, like, is he a villain? Is he not? And the big thing to do last season was predict who was in cahoots with who was in cahoots with supervillainy and who wasn't. You know, who was working for Leviathan and who wasn't. Well, what was going on there? Oh, and of course, you know, we ultimately did get a person who worked for the bad guys, and that was and that was Dottie Underwood, who we still haven't seen, by the way. I wonder if the show forgot her. If they did, I'm okie dokie with it. I'm more interested in Whitney Frost right now, okay? Alright, it's a lot to take in right now, alright? Just one at a time, goddammit. Anyway, but he was also one that you kept wondering, is he secretly a supervillain this whole time? Like, maybe he's like an old-timey Ward, possibly? Like Grant Ward, you know, like a Ward before there was a Ward? Or any other type of villain that does that, because guess what, that's not the original, there's others that do it. But anyway, But what if it's not that he was a villain the whole time? What if it's that he really was good at first, but then became bad? And that's what's beginning to happen here. Well, with his decision to blow up all 3 villains at once. Yes. Oh, and I know this is a lot like the Master Jailer, who I brought up earlier. You know, he basically has the same intentions as the hero, but is more brutal about it. However, he's been making morally reprehensible decisions all throughout this season. So maybe he really is getting up to the big leagues. Oh, Jack Thompson, I knew you had it in you. Oh, but wait a minute, Jack Thompson, you've done fucked up, okay? You fucked up. And the reason why you fucked up is because only 2 of them was killed in that explosion. One of them survived. Oh, wait a minute, I'm glad that supervillains survived, which means we get more to do with them. Yes, whenever they die, I'm like, no, one of my brothers, a part of me is dead now. In this case, it's my scrotum. Oh, no, scrotum. Yes, and so who are the 2 out of those 3 that died? Well, one of them was Jason Wilkes. He just got on our side. He just switched sides just now. He just found out his potential as a supervillain, and then milliseconds later, boom, he explodes. Although then again, now that I think of it, he's not really no, I think, but actually the explosion was because of him and not Jake Thompson. It was not because of Jack Thompson that they all exploded. It was because of Wilkes, because he had too much dark matter in him. It was it was too much for him. He just exploded. Oh my god! Oh god! Oh fuck! There's pieces of Jason Wilkes over there, and there's pieces of Jason Wilkes over here. Oh god! It's all a mess. Oh man! I feel sorry for the janitor who has to clean all that up. Oh god! Oh my gosh! Oh man! All this dark matter is everywhere. Oh, don't take that the wrong way. Anyway, so it was him who did it, which means, and that makes me realize something. Wait a minute, that means Jack Thompson didn't explode them. So why should I give any fuck about him? He's not a real supervillain. He had one supervillainous thing to do, and he blew it. And if he blew it literally, then I would consider him to be on our side. But no, he fucked it up. No, screw you. Okay, all right, okay, no, okay? You don't get to be on our side because you failed, okay? Jason Wilkes beat you to it. Which means that Jason Wilkes is posthumously a supervillain. Yay! But that's the most depressing way to indict any supervillain. Well, then again, that's the most depressing way to do anything, I guess. It's posthumously. But anyway, so who did he take down with him, then? Well, he was going to take down, he was intending to take down Whitney Frost, but we all know, of course not. No, of course, oh, big surprise, she survived. Of course we knew she would gloriously rise from the ashes like a phoenix. Except we can't do that because that's owned by Fox. What I mean is gloriously rise from the ashes like a Firebird, and because we still got shit to do with her. She's the big bad. Of course we're gonna have one more big ass fight with her in the season finale. Although I might as well say series finale, since apparently the ratings of this show are shit as fuck. Or fucked as shit. Either way you look at it. So maybe this is the season finale. Now I think of it. Oh God, oh man, there's still so much you could have done, though. There's the original Baron Zemo you could have done. You could have done that asshole who impersonates himself as Captain America. You could have done that asshole. There was still a lot left to do, and now, but nope. The ratings have to say no. But yes, but we at least get to still see Whitney Frost one more time to have a big badass boss fight. Yes, except this is not a video game. This is real life. Wait, what? This is not real life? Oh, my whole world is a lie. Just kidding. I know this is not fake. I know I'm fake. Fuck you. Anyway, but wait a minute. So who was the villain that did get wiped out along with Jason Wilkes? Oh, it was old Vernon Masters. The villain of RoboCop, the father from that 70s show, the guy from that Resurrection TV show no one watched or gave a fuck about, just like this show that no one apparently watched or gave a fuck about. Yep, it was him. Yeah, not really much of a loss, is it? You know, it's because I always kept ignoring him, and I don't think I really acknowledged his existence until recently. Oh yeah, that's right. The Council of Nine has sort of their own busboy, and it's him. It's Vernon Masters, some bald guy. Yeah, so and plus his revelation of being a part of the villain side wasn't really that. It was never really that big of a reveal, now was it? I even forgot. Like, at what point did we realize that he was a villain again? I don't know. We all know he was we all knew from the start he'd be a villain. I mean, come on, this is the freaking villain from RoboCop. Oh, big freaking surprise that he's a villain. Anyway, but yeah, he dies. Yeah, he friggin' dies. But he just died laughing. He just died the old Snowden guy from the Hunger Games way of being like, "Hell, screw you, bitch." Oh fuck, I'm dead now. But But at least he didn't do it as painful as the other characters. His death was off screen. Yeah, it wasn't as traumatizing to look at as it was for Calvin Chadwick or the Scree brothers or all of those mice. Alright, I think that's wraps it up talking about mice. Now let's move on over to The Flash. Yes, The Flash, the first of the two shows that decided to fuck off for a whole month. Yes, they're not gonna come back until a month from now. Can you fucking believe that? Oh my god. Ugh. Yes, they're gonna be like, yeah, fuck you, we're gonna have a freaking break, okay? God damn it. But before The Flash takes that break, they give us a lovely little gift, and that little gift is fucking King Shark. Yes, King Shark. King Shark. Da-da, da-da, King Shark. Da-da, da-da, da-da. Okay, this turned into a different song immediately. Anyway, yes, King Shark is back. Ever since I first saw him in that episode that had another villain in it that I forgot, I knew you can't have King Shark in this show without doing his own episode. You cannot do that. That is a crime, alright? That's punishable by execution. Or at least I believe it should be. You can't just have King Shark in your universe and not dedicate a whole episode to him. And lo and behold, my prayers have been answered, and they do dedicate a whole episode to King Shark. The price, however, is that we have to be reminded that Arrow exists, because Diggle had to show up and be all like, oh, I still can't grasp the concept that Barry Allen is super fast. Isn't that right, wife, who everyone forgets the name of? Isn't that right, wife? I'm so glad you gotta be here with me. Don't you think that's freaky? And she's like, well, I shouldn't, because you should be used to that by now. But yeah, I'm gonna do it for the sake of a recurring stupid joke. Okay, yeah, oh man, I can't believe he's super fast, even though we should already be used to this by goddamn now. Ugh. But anyway, I'm not focusing on those assholes. That's not why people came this episode. They didn't come like, oh, great, John Diggle's gonna be on the show. Oh, it's so... Hey, No, that was not the reason at all. No, fuck that. It's because of King Shark, of course. Because of King Shark. In fact, the only real reason they probably have John Diggle there is because King Shark has ties with the Suicide Squad in the comic books. And since Amanda Waller is dead in this continuity, not the continuity where she's Viola Davis. No, she's alive and well in that one. And apparently signed a multiple picture deal, so you can ensure she's gonna be living a long time. For however long that contract is. But anyway, but here she is dead. We know that. We know that she got shot in the head, and you're too smad. However, maybe she knew that in the comic books, King Shark was a part of the Suicide Squad, and he was more looking like a hammerhead in that. It was really weird. There was a time in the comic books where King Shark had like he was like a cross between a regular looking shark and a hammerhead. Like he had a hammerhead face, but I mean he had a regular shark face, but with the hammerhead eyes, and was all like fucked up and stuff. And was like, yeah, gross. It looks like he has an eye condition. Don't touch it. But here he's looking like his classic self. Yes, none of that hammerhead bullshit. No, it's pure honest to God sharkiness. Yes, the original traditional shark. Not that I'm racist against hammerheads. No, I'm not. I don't have a thing against hammerheads. Hammerheads are fine. They're great, you know? Like, if there's ever gonna be a Street Sharks movie, sure, bring on the hammerhead. You know, it's fine. It's just that, you know what, like, my preference for King Shark is traditional shark. It's fine, you know, like the great white. You know, that's just my preference. Anyway, So apparently, the real reason why Diggle is wrapped up in this episode, had to be in this episode, is apparently to suffice for the fact that the Suicide Squad no longer exists, an arrow. They existed for like a millisecond and then whoop, just like that. And I guess this was their obligatory episode to sort of serve as a I guess as a replacement for that, for the fact that Argus is still around, and so they're and so I guess it's like hey, and I guess it's their way of saying like, hey, if the Suicide Squad was still around, we would have the King Shark on it. Yeah. Of course, we all know he probably wouldn't because he's expensive as fuck. My God. It's like, oh my God, like the more you see him, the slightly faker it is. I mean, there are some points where he looks very hyper realistic, you know, with the way his skin looks. It looks very much like an actual shark. And then there's other points where he looks like a big rubber thing, like a big rubber like a big rubber Muppet from a Jim Henson movie. Dance, magic, dance. So that's how he looks. Oh my God, he looks all rubbery and rubber McRubberton. He looks like he's made out of a giant condom. Whether or not that's true is beyond the point. The point is I wanted to say that. He looks like a giant condom. Because how can you not say that? But we must remember that the person we have to thank for the utilization of King Shark on this show is Killer Croc. Yes, because Killer Croc took King Shark's place in the Suicide Squad movie. Yes, he's the big animal-like brute who's used for Suicide Squad in the movie instead. Which means King Shark got kicked in the sidelines, and he was like and he had like a Charlie Brown moment where he was like, da da da, just kicking the can and being all sad. But then he met up with Martian Manhunter and was like, hey, what are you? Hey, you also got kicked out from your team because they get to be in movies and you can't. What did you do in response? And Martian Manhunter's like, I got to be on the Supergirl. I got to be on Supergirl and be retconned as a character who was there the whole time. Oh, sweet, I could do that. I'm King Shark. And that's what King Shark did. He came back. He got a comeback on television. Yes, on all his mysterious glory. Yes, what's the best thing about King Shark is that there's no origin story to him. He's just King Shark. He's just some big shark guy. And that's all you have, that's all you need from him, is that he's just some big shark guy. Take it or leave it. Oh, wait a minute, this show decided to give him an origin. God damn it. He was perfectly fine without an origin. I'm perfectly fine with just having a character who just happens to be a big shark man. You don't need that much of an explanation. But no, if they had to be all like, no, let's do it. Let's give him the obligatory tragic backstory where his Earth 1 counterpart died of cancer and he used to be a marine biologist, and he loved his wife, but then he got struck by the particle accelerator. I guess while he was fucking a shark or something. I don't know. Maybe that's how. I mean, they don't explain exactly what exactly happened. I guess he had some shark DNA on him at the time when he was struck by the particle accelerator. I'm just gonna assume that he fucked a shark. That doesn't mean it has to be your headcanon. It's just my headcanon. He fucked a shark, and that was part of the reason why his wife was mad at him. Or at least mad at the whole situation in general. You know, so she has no idea what to think about this. On one hand, her husband is dead, and on another hand, the Earth 2 counterpart of her husband probably fucked a shark and now is a shark. See, that's why you should not fuck horses, okay? Because you might turn into a horse and you're gonna become the Kid Colt on Marvel and become a superhero. Oh shit, that's actually advertising it. Oh my god, I'm making it sound more voluptuous than it is. Oh god, no, screw it. Don't listen to anything I say. Okay, just don't fuck a goat, or you will also become a Teen Titans villain. God damn it, I'm doing it again. Anyway, the point that I'm trying to desperately make is that the Earth 1 counterpart is dead. Now, I wonder if the Earth 1 counterpart was about to turn into Killer Shark, but something horribly happened, and I was kind of really, and what I was expecting to see was, I don't know, like maybe a mutilated, like, half shark, half human abomination corpse that he turned into. You know, like, what if that's how he died? Was that like he was potentially going to become King Shark, but then he just mutated into a horrible thing that just begged to die. Like, you can't kill me. Well, that's really dark even for this episode. Anyway, yes. So maybe that's what happened in Earth 1. In Earth 2, he actually did become a big shark monster. Yay! Yay! And that's what we get. What with all the Jaws references and the Sharknado references and the more Jaws references and the more Jaws references and the just stop it with the Jaws references. Yes, we get it. We get it. He's a big shark and Jaws was a big shark. We get it. Stop doing it! Oh, they did it. Oh, man. Right as soon as I told them to stop, they did it 37 more times. Oh, damn it. Anyway, I'm tired of these Jaws references. Flash, just electrocute him like you always do. Just do your tornado thing you did that one other episode, and just do that to the shark and knock him out and give him back over to Argus to never put him in a Suicide Squad, because that's the movies thing. No, TV, you cannot do that. Bad TV. We're doing it. We're also doing the Flash, even though we're letting you do the Flash. But hey, we're complicated like that. Anyway, so yes, and so now that Shark has been put away for hopefully another episode, hey, let's have him pop up every now and then, okay? He's apparently more likely to do that than Gorilla Grodd, since Gorilla Grodd is stuck in Earth 2, you inconsiderate inconsiderables. But as we wait for another appearance of of everyone's favorite shark that's not one who has its own week, let's have something to hold us over, since we can't come back to this show until a whole month from now. There needs to be a glorious revelation or something. Like, for instance, I don't know, maybe the identity as to who Zoom is. Yes, that'll be nice. I'll take that, thank you very much. And guess what? They give it to us. Yes, another prayer has been answered. Thank you, Jesus or Buddha or Zeus or Cthulhu. Yes, we get it. We get an answer. We finally get an answer as to who Zoom was. He's an alternate version of Jay Garrick. Yeah, I call it that. You know, even though I was right predicting that he was an alternate version of Jake Garrick because they revealed that he was Hunter Zolomon, it's not really that satisfying, is it? Because they sort of like shot themselves in the foot by flat out revealing that in the previous episode, saying like, "Hey, in Earth 2, Jake Garrick's name is Hunter Zolomon. Hey, his Earth 2 Jake Garrick is Hunter Zolomon, and of course Hunter Zolomon is the civilian name of Zoom in the comic book. So of course, if it turns out to be him, there would be no surprise whatsoever because we saw that coming a freaking mile away. Shucks. So I don't know. Like maybe the reason why I'm disappointed is because maybe I was secretly hoping that they would throw a curveball at us. You know, throw a curveball and be like, nope, screw you. He's someone else. He's Ambush Bug. Yeah, he's Ambush Bug. But nope, no, they decided to do the predictable thing. But to be fair, they're the ones who made it predictable. So, predictable, not predicable. Predicable. That's when you give someone a dick before they realize that they need a dick. Man, I could not keep a straight face saying that. Good thing you can't see me. You can only see this cartoon in front of you right now that's not animated. So why am I calling it a cartoon anyway? I mean, I guess we still have that helmet guy to look forward to. You know, seeing who he is. A lot of people are like, oh shit, we know for a fact he's going to be the rival, and I'm like, no, we don't. He could be anybody. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Okay? I don't know how many times I've used that analogy, but I have, alright? Okay? Don't be all like, oh sweet, I bet he's the rival. No, fuck you, wait, there's not enough yet to assume, alright? Do not assume because you're gonna make an ass out of me and you even more than me, okay? Alright, okay? Now can we move on? Can we move on? Because I want to move on. And the show I'm going to move on to is Arrow. Yes, the other show that's going to fuck off until March. Yes, just take a big ass break. Screw you guys, I'm going to take a break and I'm going to recline and eat some hot wings and I'm going to masturbate some, okay? Okay, well fine, do it, but don't do it in front of us, okay? We've got some more supervillainy to talk about. And the first, and the supervillainy specifically that we have to talk about in this episode is... Oh, that's right, I stopped giving a fuck about Arrow. I forget, yeah, I stopped giving a fuck. But that doesn't mean I still don't watch it. Like I said, I'm just not caring anymore. I'm just like, okay, sure, just give it to me gently, alright? Okay, I'm under the weather, okay? Just do it, alright? Just do it. Like I said before, I'm more interested in what's going on with Ryder right now. What is going on with Ryder? Oh shit, he's making zombies. Holy fuck, no wonder I switched over to Ryder to be the one that I'm most interested in the season. Just Ryder, he's making zombies. Yeah. How come the president still hasn't done this? I mean, come on, they set up Solomon Grundy in the second season, and they still haven't paid that off. They killed him, and since Solomon Grundy is known for being a zombie, Zombie de Grundy, you would think that was setting him up for coming back as a zombie, but nope, he's still not coming back. So I guess we're gonna have to rely on zombies in the past, in the flashbacks is when we're gonna get our zombies. Okay, fine. So who is our zombie? Oh, it's that hillbilly guy. Okay, that's fine. It's reasonable using him as a host. Using him as a host for your supernatural spiritualism. So fine, well, whatever. What's important is that we have our zombie. And then he deteriorates and he dissipates into nothingness. God damn it! Easy come, easy go. I know what you're thinking. Well, wait a minute, Bloodnofsky. Why are you so excited about a zombie? Well, it's more interesting than any of the other things going on in Arrow. I mean, I know zombies have been done to death everywhere else, like in The Walking Schmed and 2 billion other shows like that, like Schnee Nation and Fear the Walking Schmed and Ice Mambi, which is the best of the bunch, but still, that doesn't mean that that doesn't mean I can't be excited when a superhero show does it, even if it's for just a millisecond. Anyway, disappointed by Ryder once again. I guess that means I have to go back over to Dark, but I don't like Dark. He's so stupid. Anyone else, literally anyone else, I would prefer over the Dark. Anyone. I don't want him to slowly get more power and be more like this be-all, end-all bad guy who's like the most evil supervillain of all time in the DC universe. I'm tired of that bullshit. Why can't he just be arrested and have a timeout? You know, just take a breather and just go to jail or something. Oh shit, he does! Finally, yes! I'm gonna beat myself up later for celebrating the downfall of a superhero, but this for a supervillain. But this is one that it's okay to celebrate the downfall of, because fuck that guy. Seriously, just fuck him up right up the good old ass. Just fuck him. Yes, I don't mind that they put him behind bars, okay? He deserves to be behind bars. And not only is he put behind bars, but also he got his superpowers taken away. Yes, he no longer has his godly-like powers. I don't even care if whether or not they decide to explain how he got his powers. So just screw it. I don't give a fuck anymore. Just screw it. As long as he no longer has them, they're completely vanquished by Vixen. Yes, Vixen from the animated show that Arrow had to clumsily break the fourth wall to remind us, like, hey guys, I had an animated encounter with Vixen. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Fuck you, Arrow. I'm gonna say, if I could, I would smack you upside the head, okay? You don't do that, alright? You don't do that at all. No, bad Arrow. How could you? Don't do that bullshit again, okay? Only I can do that, and Deadpool, okay? Alright, okay? And other people too, like Howard the Duck and She-Hulk, and a bunch of other people too, like Bugs Bunny and Fuller House, but not you, okay? Fuller House, fine, you know, okay? Fuck you, Green Arrow. Fuck you. Okay? Alright. But what's important about this is that we finally got the Beast neutered. Yes, we finally have Damien Dumbass Dark neutered, okay? He's no longer overpowered as fuck. And usually I'd be like, oh no, a supervillain has lost his power, what a shame. But in this case, no, he didn't deserve it in the first place. So of course he got it taken away. Good. I mean, I know he's probably going to be released from jail inevitably in the next episode, but at least he'll no longer have his power, and I'm hoping they live up to that, okay? After all, it'll make him easier to kill at the end of the season, since we know that's happening because of the flash forwards regarding the grave. By the way, apparently, another clue as to who it's not is William. Yes, they make you think it's William with these past couple of episodes, but in this episode, it turns out, no. Apparently, what they're gonna do with William is that Green Arrow is gonna give him a childhood or something and not reveal to him that he's the Arrow until later on in life. But screw you, William, I'm not even going to talk about you anymore, okay? You're not a villain, and you never will be. And you're also not Connor Hawk, because Connor Hawk is a brother, yeah. Don't you know it's Black History Month? Connor Hawk is a brother. Yeah, speaking of which, let's talk about that now. Let's talk about Legends of Tomorrow, yeah. Celebrating Black History Month the right way, yeah. Yeah, black superheroes, yeah, like Vixen, yeah. John Diggle, yeah, and Connor Hawk, yeah. As explained last episode, this is the episode where we go to the future. And as expected, it's basically like the Dark Knight Returns except with Arrow. And I know, the Dark Knight Returns had Green Arrow in it, so they just took that one character and just made him the whole focus of that. And as you know, I don't focus on the superheroes, okay? I don't care about old, elderly, senile Green Arrow and his one arm, okay? Alright? Whatever. Although maybe that could be like a setup somehow, like maybe in the because apparently what's going on in this episode is that the future is the shit, and it's because the reason why is because Atom and White Canary were not there to prevent the city from going to shit. Do we know about the rest of the world? I don't know. Apparently the episode doesn't care about the rest of the world because they're too busy focusing on this one particular city. So screw the rest of the world. Screw Flash. Who cares about him, I guess? Although I guess maybe the reason why Flash is not there is because he wasn't in The Dark Knight Returns either. But that's beyond the point, okay? That's beyond the point. But the point is, the real point here is that we're only caring about Star City, okay? That's all we give a shit about. And apparently, this could have been prevented if Ray and White Canary had stayed there. If they had stayed in the present. Which means they actually were important in the timeline. Way to fuck up big time, Mr. Rip Hunter. But that's okay. That's okay that he fucked up. Because whenever a superhero fucks up, I am happy. I grow a pair of wings. Oh, wait a minute, I don't have wings. I mean chicken wings, because I love chicken wings almost as much as I love supervillainy. Yes, so I'm glad he created this horrible future. This glorious evil future, yes, and how I get to talk about it. Wait a minute, what's that? What? We're devoting the villainy of this episode to a personal vlog? You mean a character from this episode will talk about it instead of me? But wait a minute, the supervillain of this episode is from the future. How are we gonna... Oh, that's right. I forgot. We have portals here. Yes, one of these portals is a time portal. Yes, and I believe it's Spoopy. Hey, Spoopy, the time portal. You think you could wrestle us up a port? Do you think you could direct yourself to 2046? Do you think you could do that, Spoopy? I mean, I know I treat you like shit, Spoopy, but you know I love you deep down inside. You know I care a lot about you, Spoopy. I fucking hate you, Spoopy. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself, Spoopy. But you know I care anyway. You know. Okay, so while that portal is directing towards the future, I guess I'll talk about the other villainy in this episode. I don't know. What else happened in this episode? Was there any other villainy in this episode? Oh, wait a minute. Yes, of course. Of course. I know what villainy to talk about, of course. I'm going to talk about me! Wait, what?
Yep, you're gonna talk about me! I'm here to talk about what I did in this episode! Yay!
Who the fuck are you? Oh, fucking God!
Don't you know who I am? I'm the manifestation of the concept that's slowly replacing you villains!
Oh no! Don't tell me you're not...
Yep, that's right! I'm the love triangle! Yay!
Oh, son of a bitch! Oh, God fucking damn it! Oh my God! You're the love triangle? You're the one who I have to blame for all these stupid episodes about people focusing on that being the source of conflict instead of supervillainy?
Yep, that's me. I'm here to be the source of conflict for all superheroes. Didn't you see this episode? Half of it was dedicated to me, the love triangle.
Yes, I saw your handiwork. I saw the bullshit you did. Half the episode was taken from this glorious badass war in the friggin' future. And instead, it was dedicated to this stupid, pooping bullshit of half a firestorm and the Atom and Hawk Girl and all their bullshit about mingling with each other and whatnot and dealing with stuff. Oh, fucking God! And I have you to blame for that. You're the one who did that to me. Who took away screen time of real conflict, and by that I mean super villainy, and instead replace it with you.
Yep, that's what I do. I'm the love triangle. And pretty soon, I'm gonna take over all superhero mediums.
No, you can't do this.
I will! I've taken over soap operas. I've taken over comedy films and comedy shows. I've taken over sitcoms. I've taken over police dramas. I've taken over every possible type of TV show or movie or video game or book you can possibly imagine. And now I'm taking over your turf. The turf of superheroes. Pretty soon, superheroes will only deal with me. They'll never deal with supervillains ever again. They will be a thing of the past. They'll never deal with supervillains. They'll only deal with me, the love triangle.
Someone has to stop you! You are a maniacal maniac! You're a monster! You get the fuck out of here, okay? Or I'm gonna take that bow and arrow and shove it up your ass!
Nicely played, Bloodnofsky. Okay, fine. I'll back off for now. But pretty soon, I will return to continue to be the conflict of superhero medium instead of supervillains. And just remember, Bloodnofsky, always remember this.
my sex slave in hell.
Toodaloo!
Oh, God. How many more fucked up things am I gonna have to wait to randomly show up here? God damn it! Ugh. Seriously, I can never count on anything normal happening here. It always has to be fucked up shit like this. Ugh. I miss Satan. He was way better than this asshole. So as you saw, I just got a sexual threat from a geometric shape who apparently has supernatural powers. So that's something I'm gonna have to deal with. As if it wasn't, I didn't have enough to deal with already. Man. So I guess this is the end of the episode. Man, that guy really put a damper on everything, didn't he? But wait a minute. There is something I could still talk about, though. And that is Heatwave. Yes, Heatwave. Yes, this episode ain't over till I say it's over. And when I say it's over is when I talk about Heatwave. Yes, because in this episode, he likes this future. He likes all of the totalitarianism and the horrible post-apocalypse. And he even makes a couple of buddies, a couple of post-apocalyptic war buddies. And he gets in a bar fights with them, and he has a fun old time, and he even gets a snazzy fur coat. But he loses the fur coat, and he has every right to be mad at no good Captain Cold, because guess what? Something snaps in this episode, and I can tell. Yes, this is the character who I always had the confidence in maintaining their supervillainy. I've always been doubtful about Captain Cold, but not Heatwave. I knew from the start he would remain villainous to the very end. But what I did not expect was that he would become even more super villainous. Because by the end of this episode, he has grown apart from Captain Cold. Captain Cold has been getting too soft on him. And even though I should continue to reprimand Captain Cold about this, at least what Captain Cold is doing is he's motivating, whether he wants it or not, he's motivating Heatwave to become even more evil and more urging to overthrow the team. Yes, this is making Heatwave realize that the less villainous Captain Cold is, the more villainous he is, and the more tempting he is to screw all this and go back to the good old glory days. But he's gonna have to do something drastic. And that's why I can't wait for next episode. Yes, we're gonna have like a 2001 Space Odyssey type episode. Except instead of hell, it's gonna be Heatwave. I can't wait. This is gonna be so great. Yes, finally. I knew I could rely on good old Heatwave to turn things around for Captain Cold. Although now that I think of it, this might be setting up to the death of Heatwave. No, we haven't even had the rogues yet. You can't do that to Heatwave. Oh God, I just went from being really proud of Heatwave to being really concerned for him. Oh no, is he living on borrowed time? Be careful, Heatwave, be careful, okay? Okay, those other goody two-shoe heroes, you don't know what they might do to you, okay? You gotta be careful. Hang in there, Heatwave. I'm pulling for you, Heatwave. Okay, alright. And luckily, unlike those other two CW shows, this show will be back next week. So, there's that. Take that, Arrow and Flash. You could learn a thing or two from the Legends of Tomorrow. And they can also learn a thing or two from Gotham. Okay, maybe not too much, because, that's Gotham. But yes, that show is coming back next week to fill the void of Arrow and Flash. Okay, sure, why not? So yes, so that's the show, everybody. I'm gonna have to watch out now. I might get violated by a geometric shape now. I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you next week. Fuck.